Hey everyone, my name's Ren. Welcome back to my stream of Sekiro Shadows Die. In my case, all of the times. I'm so glad that you decided to stop on by. In the last stream, we defeated the folding screen monkeys, and I'm so excited to see what happens next since it seems like we're about to have a big cutscene. So let's just jump on in. Maybe? Ah, there we go. I swear, I have so many issues with my controller pairing and then unpairing. I feel like Bluetooth never works for me for some reason. DMAC, exactly. Controller, please. So I will say, I do feel pretty badly about killing the folding screen monkeys. A lot of the bosses in this game I'm just kind of starting to feel a bit bad about. We also took down Lil Bobby's dad, and I'm also feeling kind of awful about that. I'm starting to question, are we the baddies? All right, so before we talk to this new character, I wanted to take a quick look at the tapestries, at the art. I'm a 3D artist, y'all. I've got to look at the textures. This is really lovely. Oh. I just kind of destroyed that. I'm sorry. Sorry that I kind of am messing up the decor a bit. Didn't mean to do that. All right, let's see what we got.
参られたのですか。
不思議を求め
に。抜けぬ刀とご存知か。
ああ。
抜けぬとは、抜いて帰った者がおらぬということ。それでも試されるのですか。
I mean, I promised Kuro. I promised Kuro I would get it. I'm a man on a mission, folks.
わかりました。覚悟が終わりならば。
It's really pretty.
改められよ。
Oh, and they have the streaks of gray too in the hair. But we can come back. I mean, the framing, though. I know I've said it before, but this is so cinematic. It's so gorgeous. He ain't gonna be in Rush Hour 3. I've actually never seen the Rush Hour movies. It's embarrassing. I actually don't know what they're about. Y'all are gonna have to fill me in. That's so sick. Mortal Blade, an Adachi capable of slaying the undying. Its crimson blade will take the life of any who dares draw it. Without the power of resurrection, one could not hope to wield this weapon, which allows one to defeat even infested beings. Oh, so we can kill those centipede-looking things now. Long concealed within Senpu Temple, the blade is inscribed with its true name, Gracious Gift of Tears. That's so epic. All right, can we say anything more to them?
流飲の巫女に仕えるお方なのですね。何故不思議りを求めるのですか。
戦況に竜の涙を手に入れ、不死立ちを果たすために。
なるほど。読んだことがあります。流飲を断つ術があると。つまり、巫女は流飲を厭われておいでなのですね。
そうだ。
巡り合わせとは、いいなものですね。私は、越智の巫女たちの一人、死なずの愚道者たちが作り上げた、偽りの流飲を持つものです。
巫女たちとは。
まともに育ったのは私だけ。他の皆はここに眠っています。
そうか。
不死を断つことが正しいのかは分かりません。 なれど流因が人の生き方を歪める。それを憎むのは私も同じ。巫女の忍びよ、私もあ
We
なた
can
の
use all the
一助と
help
な
we
り
can
ましょう。
take.
お手を、
なんだ。
北条を。
Rice. What I was expecting as a gift. Rice that's spilled from the palms of the child of rejuvenation gradually recovers vitality for a time. Even in falsehood, the power of the dragon's blood brings a bountiful harvest. Rice is precious. The flavor grows richer with each bite and is sure to raise one's spirits. That's most curious. Also, y'all, I feel like I eat rice every day of my life. I kind of have like a rice addiction. Kind of a problem.
これは米か。
はい、お米は大事と存じます。噛めば噛むほど甘くなり。
See, it tastes better the more you eat it. Like if you eat it every day like I do, it tastes amazing. All right, if I recall, Jackie Chan plays a Hong Kong cop working with Chris Tucker, LAPD, on an organized crime human trafficking case, I think. Flavor, rice. I know, you gotta pick one. So yeah, with rice for me, I don't know why, I just find it so versatile. So I end up just having it pretty much every day with like vegetables or different beans, and you switch up the toppings and the sauces, but I just like a good rice base. Also, sorry that I always like maneuver the camera around. I'm always trying to get like the most cinematic framing. For a long time, I tried to do freelance photography, and I still really love thinking about camera angles and stuff like that, even though I just do 3D art now. All right, so I think, can we equip the blade? Is it like now? I mean, I don't think it would be in our inventory. Is it a combat art? Okay, so Mortal Draw. Cost Spirit Emblems. With the flash of a sword, the blade slashes through enemies, leaving a reddish-black noxious mist. The seeping mist extends the range of the blade. Okay, so we will want to try that on some of those Centipede Resident Evil characters from earlier, because they were gross and they need to go down. But I think right now, let's run around here real quick to see if there's anything else, but I think we should probably go back to Kuro. I think that makes the most sense story-wise. I do have rice 6+ times per week. It's just so good. And DMAC, you mentioned that you were working out earlier. Has your gym just been absolutely buck wild? I mean, really, this goes for anyone, but y'all, I've been struggling. So I go to the climbing gym, and since all the New Year's resolution folks are there, it's so crowded. And I have really bad social anxiety, so being around a crowd of 200 people really stresses me out, and I just feel like I can't go to the gym right now. I'm hoping it'll maybe settle down in late February or early March, but I don't know. I get shy around so many people, and I don't want to climb or work out around that many folks. Which now I feel bad, because I actually, when I did start climbing years ago, I was a January New Year's person. They just had good deals. They just had good deals. I couldn't pass it up. But now I'm like, you know, I'm like more veteran. I've been doing it for a couple of years. I'm like, oh, the New Year's resolution folks are here. Oh no. I go at 5:30. It's not super busy then. Yeah, I think I need to start waking up earlier. My problem is I'm just such a night owl, you know? Like, I'm always up until 4 in the morning. Like, my brain just doesn't want to go to bed. Okay, let's... Oh, it's so gross. So there's one on the other side then? Ew, that's so nasty. I hate it. I hate bugs in games. It's so nasty. So let's see. I guess we don't really need to use any of these. So wait, how do you... LB, RB, RB? Let's just see how this works. Okay. Oh! Oh, shoot. That was kind of sick. Oh my gosh, we have so many points. I just realized we have 7 points. Okay, we will take down this guy, go back to Kuro, see what else Kuro has to say, and then spend some points and power up, power up. Hey, the New Year's resolution people keep their membership fees low. That's how I view it. That's true. That's true. And obviously, like, I'm so happy whenever anyone decides to join the climbing community. Like, I'm not actually... Oh! I'm not actually upset about it. I just wish I wasn't so shy, you know? Okay, let's not die and lose our skill points. Let's not get the centipede hug. No, 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 no! I was too slow. I was too slow. The grab attack goes really fast. Like, I was like trying to get out. Maybe you have to like more jump backwards with it. I need to get better about using the jump button too. I feel like because I'm not used to jumping in FromSoft games, that I just never use it. Nope, don't want to do that. That's no bueno. Now, can you settle down and let me just kill you? No, that didn't work either. It's just like going buck wild. It's going buck wild, folks. All right, okay. So we've used like all the healing gourds. I still want to try to figure it out, and we use it as practice, but I feel like, can we get the jump on him somehow? I'm trying to see if there's a way to climb up and around. Or if maybe we just let him settle down. Like, yeah, how do you... There's like a little platform up there. I almost feel like you should be able to jump up and jump down on him. No, 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 no! Yeah, I know that I've talked about how I'd like some of the immortality in this game, but if it comes at the cost of having a giant centipede in you, I think I'm gonna pass. I think I'm gonna pass. It's just too gross. It's just nasty. I don't want to become a Resident Evil character. I want, like, fun immortality, not gross immortality. No, no, no. No free hugs. No free hugs. I just want this guy down at this point, like on principle. We've been battling for so long. He doesn't even have that much health left. Just go down. Just go down. Stay down. That is so cool, though, that red blade. Yeah, I'm assuming you were supposed to somehow maybe, like, parkour up here and use that little platform somehow. Could we have even gotten up here? Let's see. Well, it doesn't really matter, I suppose. Can you just burn them? Hey, Morgsy, welcome in. How are you doing? How's your day going? What are you getting into? I tried some flame earlier, but they're down now. We have the Mortal Blade. Mortal Kombat. Y'all, I can actually recite the names in order for the Mortal Kombat song. I never played the games, but I really love the cheesy bad movies. I am an absolute fan of really bad movies. So if y'all have any suggestions of bad, like good bad movies I should watch, definitely let me know. Let's go back to Kuro. Well, let's rest first, since that was a whole hell of a lot of disaster. And let's acquire some skills before I lose them. Okay, so there was one that I was thinking, this gourd seed situation, because this increases the healing effects, and I feel like that would be good, since we're not the most talented of shinobis. Honestly, this seems pretty good, because I do use the Mikiri counter a lot, and doing more damage, sure. All right. And then travel back to Kuro. So what I like about going to the gym so early is having my pick of the squat racks. Do you have so you have a very specific one, DMAC, that you always go to? I don't really lift weights. I should, because I would love to get like stronger, especially like my arms. Like I feel like my back and shoulders are pretty strong from climbing, but there's a lot of like, I guess, arm muscles that don't really get used in climbing, but I think would help with climbing. So at some point I need to learn the weights, but I'm intimidated, like, because I feel like every time, you know, I look at the weight room, it's just a bunch of really, like, experienced people who know what they're doing, and I'm really shy when I'm just starting off with something. So I'd probably have to go with a friend or someone who knows what they're doing. All right, so Kuro's room. Yeah, let's go see what Kuro has to say. And today I am drinking this new LaCroix flavor. It's called Guava Salfalo, and it's just all right. It's super okay. I recently tried the limoncello one, and that one kind of slaps, folks. I don't know if you get into LaCroix, but the limoncello, if you have not tried it yet, highly recommend. Yeah, they have a lifting platform. Plus, it means when 5 p.m. rolls around, all I have to do is feed myself, brush teeth, and go to bed. Anything else is something I want to do. I love that, DMAC. That's the schedule that I should be getting on. Waking up, getting my stuff done, going to work, and then just having a nice, relaxing evening. I aspire to that level of schedule, DMAC. Have you always been able to wake up early, by the way? I'm just not a morning person. It physically hurts. Like, when I wake up in the morning, it feels like death. Like, my eyes hurt, my body hurts. I'm usually in a fetal position because I'm cold. Like, literally, waking up just feels savage. Hate mornings.
狼その背中の刀はもしや
不思議にございます。
それが死なぬ者を殺すという刀か。
はい、千宝寺の越智の巫女より授かりました。
越智の巫女。
千宝寺の者たちは僧を捨て死なずの探求に魅了されておりました。その末に生まれた偽りの流因を持つ者、それが越智の巫女たちです。
偽りの流因、そのようなものが。
Sorry, gotta try to get a more cinematic camera angle or something.
はい、多くの越智の巫女が作られ、されど生き残ったのはただ一人にございます。
流因はやはり人のありようを歪めてしまうか。不死立ちなさねばな。
御意。
So, like, I can be either a morning person or a night person, but I need 2 to 3 days of being neither to switch. That's interesting. And it might be something I need to do, because whenever I try it, I'm just like, oh, it's the worst, it's not working. But it's like, I think maybe your body needs time to adjust, I'm assuming. But my problem is I just stay up too late. Like, it's like, you know, I'll be laying there and I'll be like, okay, I'm going to go to bed. But then, like, my brain starts thinking about things, and then I get up and I start doing other stuff. And then it's really bad, obviously, with gaming. I am one of those, one more round. And then it's like 6 in the morning. I'm like, no! Like, I caused destruction. Such destruction to my sleep schedule. Emma.
解を得ました。流害の源。それは血のよどみです。
何故血がよどむ。
あなたはたとえ海星の力が尽きていたとしても、いずれ蘇っています。代わりの力をどこかから奪っているのでしょう。
流害になったものからか。
おそらくは流害になったものは人が人として生きるための当たり前の力を奪われています。故に血がよどむのでしょう。
どうやって直す。
奪ったものを返せばいい。これを受け取ってください。
Okay, so we have more of these, and honestly, because I died so many times to get H2O, I might want to use one of these soon, because it was told to me that it doesn't stop NPC quest lines, but I guess because they get they're sick, so I guess some of their hints might be even more cryptic than usual. So if anyone knows if I should probably take one of these at some point, definitely let me know. A dragon rat recovery charm. I like the little satchel with the bell. That's cute. It looks like something you would like receive you know, a purchase from Etsy. Like, I feel like I've bought things off Etsy and they come in little satchels like that. Created by Emma. With this charm, one can offer a dragon's blood droplet at a sculptor's idol to restore all afflicted with dragon rot back to health. The charm contains a dragon rot victim's blood, which Emma managed to purify and solidify into a bloodstone. Okay, so with this charm, you can offer a dragon's blood droplet at a sculptor's idol to restore all afflicted. But how is this different than just using the dragon's blood droplet on its own? I might need to look into this whole dragon rot situation before I do something. I get nervous, y'all, like, because I messed up my first run of Bloodborne so bad and made so many poor decisions, and now I get nervous with FromSoft games. Okay, can be consumed to heal from all those afflicted. Doing so will cause returning the chances of receiving unseen aid to default. Maybe we couldn't do something with Dragon Rot otherwise? Hold on, I'm gonna look in the menu and see what's going on here exactly. And oh, welcome back, Morgsy. I'm glad that you're doing well and that the cat has been appeased. Y'all, Morgsy has a really mischievous cat. I also have, well, I have two cats. One is very sweet, one is quite mischievous. And D&D. I've never played. A lot of my friends play. Morgsy, how did it go? How did it go? Did you, I don't know, do you do like the DMing or are you just playing a character? I wonder if we should go talk to Ishin again, if he's still over here. And now she's stomping on my finger. Big chomps. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I kind of want the cat ears that attach to the headset. I'm still looking into getting a pair, but I feel like it would be fun because I just love cats. I'm definitely a cat person. Oh, he recognizes it? He knows. He knows. Oh, just a character? That's cool.
お主のようなものでなければ扱えぬ代物か。不思議りを抜き、その赤き刃を見たとき、私も一度死にました。そうか。赤き刃がな。のう、赤炉。不思議りがあれば、本来死なぬ者をも殺すことができる。まこと恐るべき刀じゃ。そうは思わぬか。何がおっしゃりたい。その刀がお主の手中にある。何を切るか。
I'm still deciding. I'm still deciding. But I will draw it with care and thoughtfulness. Oh, wait. I don't want to get him too drunk. We get Ishin drunk. Alright. So we have a lot to go back to because apparently I was told that I missed a prosthetic altogether. So I want to see if I can find that today. This game is massive, so I think I missed something around here where those two guys were talking. So let's go back down. Try and find a way to jump down and not die. Morgsy, what type of D&D character do you have if you don't mind sharing? I don't really know a lot about it, so you might have to kind of explain it a little bit. I have very, very surface level understanding of how D&D works, so... I mean, I think it's really cool. But I'm too shy again to try it myself. Even if it was with a group of friends. Oh, I was trying. Attempts were made. Woo! Go down. Go down. Oh, getting the health back on the death blow. It's so good. It's so good. Oh, no. Oh. I wanted to eavesdrop on you. Can you go back to what you were doing? I don't want to kill you yet. I mean you no harm. Because I can't remember if we eavesdropped on them or not. Because, again, I have literally the memory of the goldfish. Probably because I get no sleep. Probably because I sleep like 2 hours each night. I can't form memories. Well, I guess if we need to eavesdrop, they'll return. It's not like these are bosses or something. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm getting back in the swing of it. It's been a couple days. I'm a little rusty. I'm a little rusty, folks, but we'll get there. We'll get there. I'll get the deflex. We'll figure it out. It's all good. Nope. Oh no, homeboy in the back's coming up. I just want the prosthetic tool, folks. I'm not trying to take on a whole army here. Woo! I wasn't even really trying to do that. Oh, I don't know why I thought I could Makiri counter that. That was silly. Can I jump on you? I want to try jumping more. Come on. Also, y'all, it was funny because I was talking to one of my friends who's really, really good at the game and has beat it multiple times. And he was telling me about his first playthrough. And he's like, yeah, Genichiro is so hard. It took me like 15 tries. And I was like, 15 tries? And I think he said that for like a lot of the final bosses in Bloodborne too. He's like, yeah, it took so long. It was like 10 tries. I'm like, you are really good at games if 10 tries is a long time to you. Y'all will have to let me know what boss you've taken the longest on. For me, it was the optional boss. I don't want to say because DMAC it hasn't played through everything, but the optional boss in the Bloodborne DLC and the final boss of Hollow Knight are the two bosses that I've been stuck on the longest in video games. All right, so yeah, apparently I've missed something around here, according to a tip. So let's see if we can figure out what it is that I'm missing. Like, is it something in the water? Okay, so maybe it's over there? Whatever that shiny is, because, oh, and there's a shiny under the bridge. More of these balloons. I promise at some point I will get bold and actually use some of the weapons. So far, I think I've used maybe one antidote, and that's about it. Hey there, Milk Manic! Oh, thank you. Good luck with Sekiro. We're trying. We just took down the folding screen monkeys. I'm doing a little bit of backtracking because apparently I missed something over here. I missed a prosthetic tool, and I'm trying to figure out where it is. But welcome in. We're so glad to have you. Let's see. Can we go up to the roofs? Nope. That seems... because we can see that item, so let's see. Let's see if there's a way to get the drop on it, because it was like... it's over there. That shiny thing, I wonder if that's the thing, but... I don't know if we can get on the roof. I'll try one more time, but it seems like something we wouldn't be able to get to. I mean, that's narrow. We're not gonna fit through that. Unless we... go here, maybe? Okay. All right. So then this leads... oh, this is pretty, though. I mean, I hate the snow in real life. I get so cold. But this is pretty. Also, because we were playing this, I was actually thinking, folks, do you know of any good Japanese language films? Because I recognize that I've watched a lot of Korean films, and I've watched a lot of, like, Chinese martial art films. But I was thinking the other day, and I'm like, I don't know if I've seen a lot of Japanese language films, and I want to. I think it might be an area of film knowledge that I haven't delved into, and I think I should. Especially since we're getting into Sekiro, and this is making me really miss Japan. I mean, I definitely watch anime from time to time and stuff like that, but I'm not sure if I've ever seen too many live-action Japanese films. Shoplifters is a good recent one? Oh, cool. What's that one about? And what would be the best way for me to shorten your name? Do you want me to shorten it to just Manic or some variation thereof? For now, I'll just say Milk Manic, but if there's a shorter version, let me know. Oh. That's an ambush. If someone's running away from you, that's gonna be an ambush, folks. It's gonna be a monkey Planet of the Apes ambush up in here. Oh, and we can't even really... I like to get the high ground. I don't like it when I'm stuck on the ground. That's a lot of monkeys. mean, they go down with just a shuriken though, so they're not hard, but it's one of those things where I think they overwhelm you because there's a lot, you know, like you don't want to get surrounded by 500 monkeys. It's no bueno. I'm still very curious where this prosthetic tool is, but let's keep going. Let's see what we can find. And if we don't find it this episode, I will ask my friend for a better tip. I feel like I'm very, or rewatch and editing, because when I edit these for YouTube, a lot of times I notice I'm so blind. Shoplifters is a bit like Milk or Nick. Okay, sounds good. Shoplifters is a bit like Parasite, more drama. Really? Because I felt like Parasite had a lot of drama, so I would definitely put Shoplifters on the list. And if I get a chance to watch it, I'll have to let you know what I think. Okay, so someone's been here already. Someone's taken the purple robes out. What is that? Just like moss or something? It looks like a big mustache or like a big beard or something. I don't know. This is weird. More balloons? Oh. Are you friend or foe? I always do the right click. Like I always hit the right stick to be like, is this someone I can attack or no? Okay. So you are friend then?
Oh, Sekiro ka.
Sekiro.
これは。
Oh yeah, we took down some of the rats earlier. Is this the same guy or is this someone dressed like him? Why are they so tiny? Or is he really tall? We're itty bitty. I need something for scale in this game. I don't know if we're tall or if we're short or if everyone else is just ungodly tall. Okay, so do you say anything else? All right, then keep your secrets. I'm still like, I just don't reveal much my character. Okay. Okay, so they're just the same thing. All right. Speaking of things for scale, y'all, like, what? So I'm in America, and for like the people that I'm around, I'm usually considered pretty tall. But every time I go to Europe, especially around like Netherlands or Germany area, I'm so short. I am so short, y'all. Like European folks are really tall. Like I feel like I like shrink or something. I feel very Alice in Wonderland whenever I go to Europe. I don't know. The curse of a silent protagonist. Yeah. Especially in horror games, I really need a silent protagonist. I'm trying to sludge through this game called Madison, and it's really good. I like the mechanics of it. You use a camera to sort of unveil sort of like horror elements, and it's a lot of puzzle solving. But the protagonist is so bad. And like, there'll be bloody handprints on the wall, and you'll be walking towards it, and he'll be like, there are handprints on the wall. And I'm like, yes, Sherlock, we know. Like, thank you, Captain Obvious. And he just narrates everything you see. And for me, I prefer, especially in a horror game, because it just takes me out of it, if the protagonist is narrating and the game is more like telling rather than showing. So for me, it really bothers me. But you all will have to let me know if you prefer more silent antagonist or protagonist, or if you like them chatty. All right, so oh God, we have so much money. Okay, we need to buy coin purses, y'all, because I die a lot and I don't want to lose all that money. But we are kind of saving right now. I think we saw that there were prayer beads, and we only have one right now, but I think when we get 3, I want to go and buy one. I think it was either 1,200 or 1,600, maybe. I can't remember. And then what's this? I'm gonna wait, unless someone in chat knows. So I did die to Genichiro a lot, but I'm not really doing too many NPC quest lines right now. Should I just wait? If anyone knows, please let me know, because I'm nervous about using that just yet. And before we press ahead, I do want to travel back to this area because the guy wanted us to eavesdrop the merchant, and then I also want to sell him the cash so I can have some coin purses. I think that's probably prudent before we press into this new area. I think we're back. Blame the cat? Yeah, possibly. Yeah, my router and everything looks really good, so I don't know why it just decided to not have internet there for a little bit. I blame Windows, honestly. Y'all, I'm not a Windows fan, to be honest. Like, if I had it my way, I definitely am like Team Linux. But unfortunately, most games and stuff, it can get kind of hard trying to run it on Linux. Okay, there's a lot of paths here to go. So what's this? Heal lever. And I still don't think... I still feel like I'm missing something around here. Like, I feel like this area is really, really expansive. Windows is not great, yeah. I just feel like I've been having a lot of problems recently with, like, Steam won't even open, or Discord won't even open. Also, that looks great. The fact that they add in that you can have some, like, when you bounce on it, that it creates a puff of snow. It's really, really good design. Okay, I see that little jerk over there. I don't know. I feel like we should maybe... Can we press more that way? Maybe not. Oh, there's an idol down here. Okay, let's rest and regroup after all the wildness. Again, I apologize. I'm sorry. I don't know why my internet was being so silly there for a second. Let's just rest and regroup. Did you all end up watching The Last of Us show, by the way? I have not seen it yet. I'm probably, if I do watch it, I'm going to wait until it's been all the way released, just because if I'm going to do TV shows, I have to binge it. I can't really do it otherwise. These look like Tusken Raiders. Got some Star Wars up in here. All right, so that looks like something we can jump up to. It's a long way down. And that looks like some kind of shrine area with something yellow and glowing over there. Okay, let's go back here for a second. There's so much to explore, y'all. Sunken Valley. And combat music. I love the music in FromSoft games, though. It's so good. I honestly sometimes just listen to the Bloodborne soundtrack at night when I'm trying to sleep. When it's like 4 in the morning and I'm trying to sleep. Hey, gotta take this Tusken Raider down. They do look like that, like they're all like bandaged and stuff. I wonder why. Kind of creepy. That is a long way down. And before we go that way, I feel like there's a lot of ways to go. Like, is there any way we could go? Not jump off the cliff. All right. It's helpful that they have the little white markings so you always kind of know where to go. I need that kind of level design because otherwise I just get overwhelmed trying to figure out a path. We got some little lizards. Trying to dive above them. Kind of missed. Oh, it's so gross that I throw up. My cat actually threw up today, and I went to go get cleaning supplies, and by the time I came back, they were already eating it. I'm like, why are animals so gross? Like, they're so cute, but literally so disgusting. Like, don't eat your own throw up, pet. All right, can we... That is really precarious. That is totally an Alex Honnold move right there. There's fire down there. Maybe a little settlement or something. Oh, there's an idol. Maybe we could reset those guys' positions. Let's rest real quick. I just clicked that. You can tell I'm still a little discombobulated and frustrated that my stream went down. Oh no. The gun fort. I wonder if they have guns. Plot twist, it's only
Welcome,
swords.
good hunter.
Hey there, Talking Maestro. How are you doing? Welcome in. Hope you're... What day is it today? Monday? Yeah, I hope your Monday's going well. You can tell I'm discombobulated. I don't even know what day of the week it is, folks. I feel like sometimes days just kind of blur into each other. I don't know if you all ever feel that way. I'm just trying to interrupt their attacks and be really aggressive. He's trying to roll. He's got a big gun. Stop rolling. Woo! That was such a get off my lawn type of move. He just like blunderbussed me right in the face. Or I guess it's like a grenade. Oh, let's heal. Woo! Yeah, let's heal. Stop rolling. Yeah, I'm getting the impression that the gun fort may in fact have a lot of gunners. More scrap magnetite. I should probably go back and check to see if we can even upgrade our prosthetic. So to spend a minute for that. But not right now. Well, let's rest because I don't know what's coming up next. Gotta be full health. Right. How do we get over to there? I wonder if it's like a leap of faith sort of thing. Woo! Okay, that was really scary and felt really sketchy. I don't like these blind jumps. They make me nervous. Okay, someone's shooting. I'm gonna wait till the combat music settles down. That's a lot of enemies. That's a lot of yellowish triangles on my case. Maybe an axe would do well on the gunners. I don't know. Oh, God. It's a little mini boss. Oh! How did he miss? I was like standing right next to him. Oh, I was trying to get out. His posture is so low. Oh. Wait, let's heal real quick. Let's heal again. Come on, that's not good. His posture's so low. No. That was not good. Okay, let's try again. I get nervous when I go against the mini boss. I don't know. I wasn't trying to do that thing. Wait, I thought we get 3 resurrects now. Is that not how it works then? Maybe jumping on his head? I don't know. Deflecting bullets. Just fall off. I'm just not a fan of you. Where'd he go? Wait, did he actually fall off? Did he? Okay, I swear I was not trying to cheese or glitch that. Did he actually fall off? Really? What did we get something from him? Like, did he give a prayer bead? I don't even know what happened there, y'all. I don't even know. Oh well, he's down. Okay. Or I think he is down at least. Unless he's just maybe stuck over the side somewhere. Alright, what's up here? Winds are picking up, it seems. Also, I need to recenter my camera. Things got all discombobulated earlier. I think that's straight. It always bothers me when things aren't, like, symmetrical. I don't know. Oh. Okay, so I feel like bridges in FromSoft games always collapse. I feel like this is a very Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, and they're like guns. That's a lot of guns. So I'm assuming we just have to make a run for it. Right, go, 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 go. Go, 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 go. I'm surprised the bridge has not collapsed. Oh. Come down here. I really like a sculptor's idol right about now. Oh, someone has a big gun. Did you all hear that? This is the big bada boom. Can this be destroyed? What is this? Okay, that looks like death. You just have to do like a blind grab over there? That seems really risky. Really risky. Sorry, I'm like still trying to get situated. Let's see. Maybe you just have to like... Nope, that's death. Oh. Follow the white marks. Game Design 101. Oh my goodness gracious. The carnage! Just gonna go Batman here for a second. We're just zippity-doo-dah around. We need to find a safe place to heal. Sculptor's idol would be nice. Oh. Woo! Don't try to run away from me. We're not playing that game. Damn. No, 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 no. No, retreat, retreat, retreat! Retreat! Okay, let's try to get him, because I could probably do a ledge pull on him, right? If he settles down. He de-aggros. Still trying to recenter myself. Okay. Oh, how did he... Can you just settle down? Let's just wait. Let's just wait. Because we've done a ledge pull before on one of those little bamboo hat guys. No. No. It's just notifying him immediately. He's on our case. He knows. Ah, whatever. All right. But I think someone else was shooting at us. Is this like maybe a little squad? Oh my goodness, no. Oh, they're like a mummy. Did you all like that, those old movies with Brendan Fraser, the mummy movies? I was really into it. I love like anything ancient Egyptian themed. And also, I'm really glad that Brendan Fraser is like having a bit of a comeback now. He just seems like such a sweet guy. A really talented actor. Wait, let's not and say we did. Let's go. That was bad. That was panic. Sometimes you get scared. I was hoping maybe there was a sculptor's idol. It did not seem like that was the case in there. But I will. Oh. Okay, so that was one down. I think there was a second one in there, though. So maybe we be sneaky. You see nothing. He like turned around really abruptly right there. Oh, there's a lot of loot, though, he's guarding. Shoot. I was hoping maybe we get the jump on him, but does not look like that will be the case. Unless he's really blind. No, he's not. I can't even see what's happening. Hold on. Let's regroup and heal because I can't even see what's going on right now. Where did that come from? Oh, you are causing some problems for me. Wait. If I go here, will that maybe de-aggro and confuse the other guy? How is it not locking on? All right. Yellow gunpowder. Oh wait, maybe I'm gonna be reading this. Okay, amber-colored grains forming the base for a powerful gunpowder, a precious commodity only found in the Sunken Valley. Used for explosive prosthetic tool upgrades of intermediate and higher rank, the yield from yellow powder is greater than that of black, lending the Valley stronghold defenses their fiery vigor. Yeah, I've been feeling their fiery vigor. Been getting my ass handed to me in this gun port. Okay, let's collect our spoils. Pellets, more gunpowder, heavy coin purse. Okay, that's not bad. Snap seeds. Still probably not gonna use those for a while because I get nervous and I just hoard. I'm just a hoarder. Like one of those TV shows. Wait, is that an idol? Oh, the blue glow. The blue glow is like such a relief whenever you see it. Hey there, Token Maestro! Oh, D-Max sent you over. Welcome in. How are you doing? And have you played Sekiro before? All right, so I think let's rest first because, again, many asses were handed out there. Namely mine. The safe blue glow. If you all have ever played Alien Isolation, I know I've mentioned this before, but talk about relief when you hear a save point. The save points in the game have a very specific beeping noise, and whenever you hear it, you're just like, oh. And that one sticks out to me for like an audio kind of one. And then also what they play, I think it's called Le Clair de Lune, the song, the old classical song, and Evil Within at the save points. And whenever you hear that, you automatically get calm. Even just like for regular stuff now, when I hear Le Clair de Lune, I feel less stressed because I think it's like a save point. The games have conditioned me. I played Sekiro at release, but not since. I really liked it. Yeah, I really liked it too. Do you play a lot of soulsborne games? I think this one, I'm not sure how much replayability it has compared to something like maybe Dark Souls or Elden Ring, but I really, really love the combat. I tend to prefer kind of faster paced combat, so Bloodborne's my favorite of the FromSoft games. And honestly, this one might also be up there. I mean, I'm not obviously all the way through. It's my first playthrough, but it's kind of going really well. I kind of like it. Even though I'm not really good at it. Kind of struggling with the combat, but we'll get it. We'll improve. I played a lot of Dark Souls. I'm playing DS2 now. Actually, I've been asking a lot of people about this because I think at some point I might want to play DS2 on stream, but how are you feeling about it? And really this goes for anyone who's played DS2, but I've heard the mixed reviews. I know it's kind of like the black sheep of the family, so to speak. Like, it's not really one that a lot of people really love, but I've heard that there are good things about it and that I should probably try it at some point. Oh, I don't know what's happening. I don't know. I think something was letting off my location. Oh yeah, these are like traps or something to like, maybe like pressure plates. Oh, so then they know where you are. Tricky. Clever girl. Clever Tuscan Raiders? The worlds are big and fun, the bosses are meh. I've heard that in the DLC, the bosses are pretty good though. And I still haven't played Demon Souls. That's the one that I also haven't played. I kind of just been waiting because I really want to play it on PS5, but it's years later. I have no idea if I'll ever get a PS5 at this point. Like, it just seems like the impossible platform to get, or rather the impossible console to get. I'm getting nervous. I should have probably just been aggressive. I just get nervous when my health starts to go. I mean, I know he's almost down, but wait, let's just go. Let's just go. I always think of the Be Aggressive song from our high schools. Be aggressive, B-E aggressive. Although I never really went to a lot of high school games. I'm not really a sports person, you know. Hey there, John Alexander. They're just working their 9 to 5. I know. I'm starting to question if we're the baddies. I feel like all these people are just going about their daily lives, and I'm just kind of going in with a massacre. I mean, I don't know. Kind of chopping down a lot of folks here. And Ja, do you prefer going by Ja or Alexander or Alex? What would be a good name for me to call you by? We had a new community member the other day. I hope that they come back because I want to tell them that I got their name so wrong. So their name had the word pika in it, like pika. And it's a little like, it's so cute. If you've never seen a pika, it's like this little cute rodent. But it was early in the morning. I'm like, oh yeah, animal facts. That's a bird. I know all about that. And it was like, oh, Ren, you're confidently incorrect. And I hope that at some point they come back so I can tell them. I do know a pika is this little rodent, cute little mouse thing, and I called it a bird. Because when it's like 10 in the morning, my brain literally doesn't work. Like, I literally do not speak English. I don't know language in the mornings. I think the centipede dudes are a safe kill. Ja is good? Okay, cool. Definitely bad. Yeah, the centipede dudes are gross. I've told this story before, but I used to live in an apartment that had a cockroach infestation in the drains. And so you'd be showering, and they would just like, you'd have cockroaches come into the shower with you. And ever since then, it's like my Indiana Jones like moment where like, I can't do bugs. I can't do them. I just think they're disgusting. I freak out if I see them. They're the thing I'm like maybe most afraid of. Ooh, my posture. Wait, back up. His posture is no bueno right now. Time to heal. I want a gun. I feel like, I mean, the sword is nice, but when do I get a gun? I'm trying to practice jumping a little bit more since I feel like it's underused. Also trying to get more into the weapon arts because I don't use them a lot. I'm just practicing. I'm playing. I'm playing around, folks. I'm trying some things here. Better to practice on these guys than get completely shanked by a boss. Those aren't fortune cookies. Did you ever get into fortune cookies? I used to really like them when I was a kid. Like, I'd always ask my parents to take me to Chinese restaurants just to get them. I was definitely really into, like, all of that stuff. Like, I remember one time my mom found this book under my bed, and it was called, like, How to Read Your Parents' Mind. And she was, like, all upset. She was like, what are you trying to do? Read my mind? I'm like, literally, yes, as the title says. I still like spooky and witchy things as an aesthetic, though. No, I wasn't. Okay, hold on. I wasn't trying to accidental boss battle. Oh my god. Okay. Okay. I was not expecting. Okay, well, let's regroup. Okay, and then maybe a okay, I need to let my posture settle down. Ooh, but there's not a lot of room to get out of dodge when he's at you. Can I just, like, maybe jump on you? Okay. Yeah, my posture's gonna break. My posture's gonna break. I know. Okay. I'm just trying to find a good place to fight him. What about this? Okay, in my defense, that was an accidental boss bit. I was not trying to go into a boss room. I just kind of got sucked into one. Okay, so I think the key with him is we're going to have to really just do his deflects and like let that posture build up. But the thing is, after he does it, I'm trying to figure out how do we get away from him because there's not a lot of room here. Okay. Yeah, because then you get cornered. Ooh! Okay, heal. Heal? I'm healing. I'm trying to heal. No? Okay, hold on. Let's look at the environment. Is there someplace... There's just no room to retreat. Okay, there's nothing to jump up onto. Okay, let's try... Let's see here. I'm just trying to find a good place to fight him. Maybe over here? And then maybe dodge behind? No? And then if you try to dodge when he's doing it, that will lead to death. So it's like, you have to find a way to get away from him so that your posture doesn't break, but you can keep blocking him. I continue to spread dragon rot to the 7 realms. Okay, I'm not even going to read this because it just makes me feel badly. What do you think? Do y'all have any tips on this guy? Not this guy. Yeah, he's, and why is he called a giraffe? Like, I don't know animal facts. I might call a pika a bird, but this is not a giraffe, folks. Unless he's like a mutated giraffe. Also, is it true that giraffes have the same number of neck bones as humans? Or is that just like a weird, not true fact? Okay, I'm trying to jump. I'm trying. Okay, y'all saw it. Y'all saw me trying to jump. There was an attempt there. Even though the neck of a giraffe can be 8 feet long and weigh up to 600 pounds, they only have 7 neck vertebrae, the same number of neck bones that humans have. But unlike our vertebrae, each of theirs can be up to 10 inches long. I knew it! I don't know why I know that, but I knew that. See, sometimes I know stupid animal facts. That's why you should tune into this channel, because I will tell you stupid animal facts. We got it. I think we got it this time. This is the one, folks. This is the one. Let's do it. Let's freaking go. Maybe one hit. Nope. Really? That did like nothing. He likes the flame.
Welcome, good hunter.
Oh, welcome in, Chad. All right, you're going down, Giraffe. I'm just gonna worry about deflects. He's like Wolverine. Posture's gonna break. That's okay though. Woo! I tried. I tried. Wait, run away. Heal. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Yeah, 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 yeah. Stay down. Stay down. We did it. We did it. We did it. And we got prayer bead. Yeah. Hell yeah, Giraffe. Down. Thank you, Jed. Thank you, Morgsy. I knew it was the one. I was feeling it. I was feeling it in my bones. Large fan. A large fan made of dyed red Japanese Aurelia leaves can be fit to the shinobi prosthetic to become a prosthetic tool. Fanning it creates a large vortex of wind, spiriting away those it catches. Divine abduction, though an 8-handed fan once is fine, but twice and you'll never return. If abducted, we'll head to Mount Congo. At Senpu Temple, we'll perform virtuous deeds. Well, that's cryptic. That's cryptic as hell. Oh, wait. What is... Oh, that's like a new area. Okay. Can we open sesame? The Gunport Shrine. You always get that FromSoft feeling, like when you open a door and you realize how it interlinks to everything else. You're just like, oh, okay, I see you, FromSoft. I see you. Creating the world's best level design in a game changed my mind. But it is, though. It's like literally the damn best. Could you use that to spirit away the pinwheel guy? What did you say again? Yeah, because we have to figure out what to do with the pinwheel guy. I do want to keep helping him. So if you haven't seen any of my previous streams, we're trying to find a way to like help spirit away the guy. We gave him the white pinwheel. There was an option to give him red and white or white, and we gave him white. And we just want to help him because he seems so sweet. And I want to help people who are nice. Oh, so you can use that to spirit him away? Okay, so... Order of operations, I think we should probably go and fit the prosthetic tool first, obviously. And then we need to do that. And then I'm still missing... I'm missing a prosthetic tool. Like, one of my friends told me that, like, by the place with, I guess, like, the reservoir. I guess there's, like, a reservoir area that I'm missing that has a prosthetic tool that I need. So I might need some help finding that. And then apparently I also missed in Senpu Temple, I guess there's, like, a mini-boss that I've completely missed. So I need to figure out that as well. I'm missing things left and right, folks. So let's go back to the temple first. Kind of off topic, but what program do you use for 3D and where can we see your portfolio art? Oh, that's not off topic at all. I love talking about 3D art and you'll have to let me know, do you do 3D art yourself? I actually use Blender and Unreal Engine. I've also learned some Houdini, mostly because I wanted to make VDBs and make clouds because I love having clouds in my pieces. And I don't really have my stuff up right now. Let me get to a safe spot and I'll explain. I actually recently start over with everything online. I had a username for like maybe 5 or 6 years, and that was what all my art was under. And I just kind of wanted to start fresh. Like I'd had a lot of changes to what I wanted to do, and obviously I wanted to start bringing in video games more, and so I decided to completely start over, like nuke all my social media, nuke all my portfolio stuff, and start over. And so I don't have things up right now. I've started posting a little bit on Twitter, but I haven't posted a lot yet. But at some point I will remake an Instagram as Gloom Shadows and post it there. Also potentially going back onto ArtStation, but right now I just kind of wanted to start fresh, so I've taken it all down for now. But I usually, if you're curious like what type of art, it was mostly surrealism. I really like kind of like dreamscapes. For a while I was trying to sort of make pretty things because I felt like, oh, well, people like to see pretty things. But honestly, like my art and like what I feel and like what I want to express is a lot darker. And so I've started like making more kind of liminal space, backrooms inspired pieces. I really want to start making, when I have time, I want to start making more like cosmic horror art. And so my stuff used to be really like pretty and dreamlike, but now I'm kind of, I guess, going more to the dark side. Okay, you're gross. I hate these things. Okay, so I think this is the area I missed because I think I just went up instead of down. They're so gross. Like, what are they? What the hell are you? Why are you so nasty? Disgusting. And I'm hugging the wall. Cool, thanks. Yeah. And I really, at some point, want to get back on YouTube to make art tutorials. But again, I have trouble figuring out how to like brand myself and put my stuff out there because, you know, I could do it as a playlist, but I'm concerned that then people will just follow just for art tutorials when I want to do both. Like I want to do video games and art. And so then it's like, do you need a YouTube for separate for art tutorials? Or, you know, it's just kind of hard just trying to figure out how you want to put your stuff out there, you know? But I love, you know, teaching and talking about art stuff with folks. I think it's really cool that art's been really democratized in a way where literally anyone can make their own video game now. People can make their own, you know, own art, and you don't even need expensive programs. Like, you know, I've only ever used Blender, which is a free software, and Unreal Engine as well. And I just think that's so cool. I love that, you know, most anyone can just kind of start up and create the work of their dreams. Yeah, I read the description, so I checked YouTube, but didn't find anything for 3D. Yeah, I'm nervous. So, folks, I had to nuke my old Instagram or my old YouTube specifically because I made it very clear. Like, I had playlists. I'm like, this is my video game playlist. This is my art playlist. But then, like, 99.9% of people just followed for art and like never interacted with my video game stuff. And so it really kind of like, it made it really hard to try to grow on there because people were only going for one playlist. And so now I'm like, do I risk having that happen again? Like, I can't keep starting over, but I don't know. I just need like a marketing person or like someone to help me figure out how brands and stuff work, because I'm just not good at that. You know, I just want to create things and put it out there. I feel like we need to take down the babies, and then de-aggro big guy and then get a death blow on him. But first, babies. Oh, they're so gross. They were stamping their feet and stuff. That's nasty. Okay, let's let him de-aggro. I feel the same way as you. Do you do both then, Glad? Do you like create art things and do video games? Okay, let's let you de-aggro. Oh, he's like, he flames, like he has fire. Things are catching on fire. Things are heating up. I'm like posture checking myself. Y'all, I like do not know how to sit in a chair. You would think as an adult I would have figured it out, but I'm either like hunched over like shrimp or like sitting on my foot until it goes numb and then I'm uncomfortable. And I never have like, I bought this nice chair so I could try to figure out how to sit in it, and I still am not sitting in it like a proper chair. I think it's like a gamer thing. I think like we just don't know how to, we don't know how to sit. I just want him to de-aggro because I want to get the one death blow on him, you know? Used to stream as well and art as well. Was too lazy to put separate anything out. Yeah, it's hard. It's just really hard. Like, I wish that if you're an artist, you could just sit around and like let other people do that kind of thing for you, or the editing. Like, it takes me a really long time. I haven't really been doing a lot of Let's Plays lately just because I've been trying to focus more on streaming and I enjoy streaming more, to be honest. But like the editing for Let's Plays, I'm just slow. Like, I don't know how people edit so fast, you know? Okay. Okay, I think we're just gonna do the same thing then. We've had practice with your kind. We know how this goes. Giraffe. Alright, so this one was supposed to maybe be the easier one because that was way easier than the first guy we tried. Let's look at him though. Let's look at this. Oh, he's gone. He's gone. He's disappeared. So I'm like, he's kind of gross. More easy peasy. Just because we had enough practice on the first guy. Oh, look at these. Look at these tapestries. And because I do 3D art, I'm always looking at like the textures and stuff. And I always joke about how like I'm a sucker for corner dirt because, you know, to make something more realistic, if you look at any corner in your room right now or any surface, dirt and dust collects where two surfaces meet. So corners will always have more dirt to them. You can't see it in this room, but I'm always checking. I'm like, the texture artist put in dirt in the corners. And I literally am checking. It's like the stupidest thing, but my eye is always going towards that. What's this? Like, they almost look like they've been petrified. Like they've been turned to stone. This is like a big ass cauldron. Like, what are they brewing? Maybe it's just like a Flame of Gondor kind of thing. I guess, yeah, I guess it's just wood. More really interesting statuary. I'm trying to pay attention to the statues in case it offers any foreshadowing or anything. Like, we saw a lot of really interesting statues back in... Well, I guess I know we're still in Senpu, but in the other location. Sorry, I guess there's no way to go up. I guess that was all there was in here. Same here. I always look for textures, seriously. And, like, I've talked a little bit about it. I have really no interest in seeing Avatar, the new James Cameron Avatar, not like Avatar The Last Airbender Avatar, but I'm not gonna lie, the water textures, like, I think some of my friends are kind of probably gonna drag me to go see it, so I'm just gonna be focusing on the water textures, y'all. Like, the water textures in that trailer look frickin' buck wild. Like, caustics and water are, like, the hardest thing to get looking good, aside from probably, like, humans, like, getting rid of the uncanny valley look in 3D. And I was very impressed by the Avatar water. I think I listened to this already. Yeah. Yeah, because we fought the guy in there. Oh! Okay. Here we go. Okay, now we're cooking. Now we're cooking. We got it now. Oh my gosh. I feel like I'm really bad sometimes at exploring or like overlooking places in games. It probably was because the way I learned to play games when I was a kid. So my first gaming experience was with Tomb Raider. And I literally had like, you know those little Prima guides? That like the little walkthrough guides? I would have that open next to my computer and literally just like follow along. Like I'd read a couple pages, go do it, then read a couple pages and then go do it. And I think as a result, sometimes I just overlook and don't know how to actually explore in games. And it's a big reason why open world games stress me out because I feel like I don't know where to go. I was not trying to come down here into this gross looking lake. Can we go back up? I like how our health bar is looking though. Like I'm feeling powerful. Powerful Jedi am I. Oh, actually, those are some movies I need to see. So I've kind of made some jokes about us being Obi-Wan Shinobi and stuff and things that kind of remind me of Star Wars throughout because Star Wars is actually really inspired by Japanese films by Akira Kurosawa. And I was talking earlier about how I really, really want to start watching Japanese films because outside of anime, I haven't really seen a lot. And I really need to see Akira Kurosawa films. Like, that is on my list for sure. Sneaky, sneaky, sneaky. I don't even know where that guy went. Oh, he fell down there too. Let's just take you out. I don't really need to, but I'm going to. Because why not? More amiibo balloons that I probably won't use. Now, at some point, I think what I'll do is I'll probably, if I need to farm, my plan was to put on balloons. And then go back to the Harada Estate. And I even might try the Bell Demon at Harada Estate. Like, not for any bosses or anything, but I feel like it might be a good place to farm. Okay. So I wonder, what happens if we go back through the store that we originally entered? Can we not, I guess we can't do it then? Yeah, it's locked now. Okay. Okay, because this was where we saw the troll under the bridge originally? Okay. Okay, I think this might be going in the right direction, right? Oh, I guess there was an idol right there. Did I already use this? No? This is new? Okay. I guess rest. Okay, it doesn't open from that side. Typical video game. So I think we heard this already. That's why I was kind of going through it fast. Okay. How do you like me now? Oh, I was trying to like deflect the dog. Still can't believe you can deflect animals in this. It's so wild. Alright. Poor doggos, though. I'm so sorry FromSoft hates dogs so much. Oh, this is... So this has changed, eh? Okay. Because this is the area from the beginning, but everything's different now. I wonder when it changed. Like, I wonder at what point things got different. Maybe, let's assess the situation. So we got big boy, 2 big boys, big boy times 2. Okay, let's go here. Take you out. Oh, pots and pans. No. We're not playing those games. Oh, now I have the whole army on my tail, though. Oh, yeah, I have a whole army. So let's go down here and hide. And hope they don't have guns. Oh, they can see me. Okay. I did not choose a very good hiding spot. Loop around while they're over there. Woo! Wait, who's... Oh, someone... I did not even see that come in. That's a good plan, Morgsy. I'm gonna play Ring It Around the Rosie with them a bit. Also, isn't that song like something about like the Black Death actually? Like it's like a child song that we all sang, but it actually is really morbid when you look at like the lyrics. Ring around a Rosie, pocket full of policies. Because isn't the ashes, like everyone dies? I feel like a lot of like children's stories and songs are really morbid when you look at the history of them. I mean, luckily, I know there's a lot, but luckily they're not too bad. Can I go in here? Oh! This must be what I think this is what I've been looking for. I stop hugging the wall. I'm trying to pick you up. Heavy coin purse. Oh, so these are those outfits we saw. Oh, this is so cool. Some cobwebs. Yeah, again. Attention to detail. This game is rocking it. Absolutely rocking it. All right, what's this? Gyobu's broken horn. Famed horn spear once used by Gyobu Masataka Oniwa, affixed to the shinobi prosthetic to create a prosthetic tool. The horn contracts to pull enemies in, also capable of stripping crude armor. When the horn was broken during the rebellion, Isshin praised for its splendid shape, awarding Oniwa with the cross-bladed spear of Shuzen Tamura. I wonder if we have it on around Isshin if he would say something or recognize it. I also was kind of wondering that with the armored soldier that we took down in the last episode, because we learned that when he fell, we inferred that he was little Bobby's dad. And so I'm curious if we had used the firecrackers, if he would have recognized or said something. And if not, that would have been really cool though. Like that would have been a cool detail. How does one go down there? They're like, Looked it up on Wikipedia. The origins and meanings of the game have long been unknown and subject to speculation. Folklore scholars, however, regard the Great Plague explanation that has been the most common since the mid-20th century as baseless. Oh, interesting. All right, so I knew giraffes had the same number of neck bones as humans, but I do not know children's songs or games. Thanks for looking that up, Marks. I appreciate it. Okay, so we'll probably just have to go underneath like this, I'm assuming. I wasn't trying to shuriken. I don't know what just happened there. All right. Who's left? One big boy. Swift. I love how fast the combat in this game is. Oh my goodness, wait, there's a lot going on. Okay, so let's sneak. Oh, sneaky, sneaky. This? Oh, this one has like kimono. Like most of them have just been like kind of going around in little thongs and whatnot. Oh, I guess I didn't need to do that. I guess don't hit the button twice. Okay, let's... I'm just kind of hiding over here. Oh, they know. They know. Alright, let's practice our deflex. Or not. Slam tantrum. Oh, his skin is not gross. It's very gross. I mean, it's got like blood on it. I don't like that. The blood of his enemies. Woo! Oh, oh, that's gross. I don't like the ogres. Anything that has the heavy weapon makes me nervous in games. I don't know why. Oh, that guy looked kind of mini bossish. Okay, hold on. Okay, so he was a dude, so I feel like humans maybe don't like firecrackers thrown at them. At least I don't. I don't like fireworks in general. I kind of get nervous. I don't know. Like, I've never really, like, even used sparklers or anything like that on 4th of July. All right. Fine. What happens if we go back into this? This is the room where we first met Kuro, right? Like, let's see. Oh. Okay, so maybe the most dangerous boss of this game are the ledges. Fine. It's remnant.
お主は言ったな。なすべきことをなせと。それが未だ見出せぬ。わからぬのだ。龍院は何故私に授け。
We only have like 3 gourd seeds in a dream. I don't think this is going to be the run, folks, but let's just see what this is. It is a mini boss. Okay, what do you do? Oh! Lots of posture damage. Lots of... Oh, no. Holy cow. Woo! Oh, his spear is scary. I think that the best I can do is, like, maybe Mikiri. Oh. Can we heal? Holy cow. Oh, he's really tough. Oh, he's scary. Ah. He just hits really hard. He might be too hard for us right now. Let's see. We'll try him a few times. Do the Mikiri. I was too soon on it. I was too soon. Ooh. Whoa! Whoa, folks. Damn. All right. All right. That boss might be a little bit too tough, but let's give it a few more goes. Yeah, my posture. Holy cow. Like, I can't hit him after. I was trying to Mikiri. Okay. Get up. Woo! Wait, let's... Oh. I have to run away. Run away! Run away because that other guy. Okay, we can get him. We can get him. We can get him. He's tough, though. I mean, I know I could just take him, like, to begin with, but I kind of don't want to do that. I kind of want to wait and get the death blow, because I feel like
Welcome,
that...
good hunter.
Oh, that scared me. Derek, oh my god, I'm sorry. Oh my god, I don't know why I always set the follower alerts to something that scares me when I hear... Welcome in, Dirk. I hope you're doing well. How are you doing? Aside from just giving me a mini heart attack. Oh, God. This is why I really shouldn't play horror games, y'all. Like, when I do play horror games, it's like, yep, she's like 2 seconds away from a mini heart attack at some point. Sneaky, sneaky. Oh, that was not really great timing. Woo! Yeah, I think you just gotta kind of stagger him, maybe. Get down. Okay, heal. Heal. Yeah! Yes! Stay down. Nice! Oh, not too bad. It wasn't too bad. Oh, now we got homeboy coming. Might as well just take him down while we're here. Why not? More combat practice, right? Use those iframes. I was trying to, because I don't use heavy attacks a lot, so I've been kind of experimenting with them a bit more. Oh, now we have a whole army. Yep, should not have done that. All right, there we go. All right, cool. I feel pretty good about that. We've taken on a lot today, folks. All right, so I think we got everything up here. I just want to make sure we didn't miss anything. Cool. All right. Let's go back to the dilapidated temple and just sort of see what the situation is real quick. All right, let's see if we can help our buddy. Feel bad. I don't like when, like, nice characters are sad. Okay, how do we do this? How do we spirit you away? Aww. He just wants to be with his homies, his friends. Should we do it, folks? Like, I feel like we should. I feel like we should to complete his quest line. I'm so glad you play this game on Japanese. Oh, yes, 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 yes. So for a little background, I went to school for classics and studied a bunch of languages. And like, I really, really love foreign language. Like, I tried to teach myself kind of the, you know how there's like 3 Japanese scripts? I tried to teach myself sort of the beginning basic stuff during the pandemic. I didn't really retain or understand it. It was very hard and too complicated for me. But in general, like, I love anything that's in its original language. I love learning about language. And I was kind of talking, I want to look up some of the names because Kuro is also a name in Ori and the Blind Forest. And I'm kind of curious like what Kuro means specifically. And there's other names in this that I kind of want to look up after I play it, or even now. I suppose I could. All right, I think we should accept. I'm going to do it. I'm nervous, though. I get so nervous. I feel like choices on FromSoft games are so dire. I mean, he seems happy, so maybe I chose okay. Oh, don't be afraid. It's gonna be okay, I think. I don't think I have it loaded. I just want to see if he says anything else. Okay. Alright, I'm nervous. Okay. Wait, did that not do it? Wait. Is that not how you do it? Wait, how do you do the divine abduction? No? Folks, what am I missing? I tried. How does that work? Hold on. Is it in the item description? Gathering Vortex using Gathering Vortex, release the winds around an enemy, making them suddenly face the opposite direction. Okay. I'm letting it go. Do we have to do something else? I actually don't know. That's weird. You gotta press it? Oh! Oh, that sounded like it hurt. Hopefully he was in no pain and hopefully he went to a good place. I hope I see you again, my friend. Thanks, Glad. I seriously would have been so confused. I literally, like... So I tell this story a lot, but the first time I played the Dark Souls games, I got to Gwyn at the end, and I literally was like, why is my parrying so bad? I feel like I'm pressing it right. And it was in that moment that I learned, at the very end of Dark Souls, that the parry and the block button are 2 different buttons. Like, I'd literally been going through the game thinking my parrying was just absolute garbage, but in fact, I didn't even know there were 2 different buttons. Also, I'm pretty sure I played this game for like 6 hours until I realized You have a heavy attack. I literally do not understand buttons in games at all. Also, I think, wait a second. I feel like there was something else to do around here with the kite. Hold on. We have a lot, y'all. There's like a lot going on. Oh, and speaking of the Spirited Away, if y'all get into the Studio Ghibli, like Miyazaki films, you'll have to let me know what your favorite one is. When I was doing the Spirited Away thing with him, it just kind of made me think of it. Oh, that was not where I was trying to go. That's fine. For me, I think Spirited Away and Princess Mononoke are probably Miyazaki's best films. However, Kiki's Delivery Service is my personal favorite. When I went to Japan, I just went to like all the Miyazaki stores and just Studio Ghibli stores and bought so many Kiki's things. It was insane. And I have this little Gigi stuffed animal because I love cats. And now it kind of travels with me wherever I go. I kind of take it along as a little souvenir travel companion, so to speak. All right, let's try this again. Okay, Senpu Temple, Mount Kango. I'm pretty sure you get the menu pop up for the thrust attack. Well, you see, Glad, that would require reading, and unfortunately, sometimes I don't know how to read. I swear, sometimes, like, that's the problem, again, with, like, item descriptions and stuff for me. Like, I'll read it, and it's like I don't process it. Like, sometimes I have to, I mean, for all of these games, I always have to watch lore videos. Like, I have no flipping clue what's going on in any of them. I'm sorry for nothing tops Grave of the Fireflies for me. To this day, one of the saddest things I've ever watched. I remember watching it for the first time and I was sobbing for hours in my bed. Oh, so I haven't seen it because of that reason. I've heard that it just wrecks you emotionally. And I don't know if my mind is ready for it. I don't know if I'm ready to like be that wrecked, you know? All right, so I think, so we had that kite. And I think it seemed like it was some sort of puzzle. Okay, hold on. Let's see here. So I don't know why this guy just stands here. Like, what do you do? Like, what are you looking at? And then there's that guy down there. Because we can go out here, but it doesn't go anywhere. Oh, that almost led to death, though. Because we see... I feel like... I'm not sure, folks. I'm not sure about this puzzle. I know it has something to do with the kite. And I feel like this area is somehow involved. I might need a hint. I know it has something... Yeah, like I said, I feel like it has something to do with this area. And I know the kite is somehow involved, but I do think I might need a hint for that. Or I might need to look it up at some point. Because I'm missing something. If you unlock the puppeteer ninjutsu, you can control the small rat with the hat to control the kite for you and you grapple. How is anyone supposed to know that? Okay, folks, thank you, Glad, because I literally would not have been able to figure it out. Thank you. So, how did anyone figure that out, though? Like, did you all, like, on your first playthrough? Because I would have been banging my head about that for, like, 500 hours. Okay. So how does it work though? So I think we have that, right? So it's this. So activated after a backstab blow. Okay. So we just creep up on him. Wait. RB after a backstab blow. And then will he just go? Like, will he just do it? Does he know his job? Oh my gosh. Ah. What? Yeah, I would not have figured that out. That's insane. That's insane. All right, folks, let's see where this goes. You had to look up? You had to look up? Oh my god. Yup. Yup. Okay. Okay. 5 hours later. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we see some spirit emblems down there. I don't know if I want to go down yet. I feel like we just made some progress going up. I guess down is maybe the way to go. Maybe just jump blindly? Woo! Okay, this is stressful. This is stressful. I don't like this. I don't like the blind grabs. They just are really stressful for some reason. All right, so I know there's like an area. Oh, well, I don't think we can go down there yet. That's really pretty though. Sorry, I'm like, again, like this is pretty. Like all the fog and the red leaves. I don't know about you. Fall is my favorite time of year for sure. Y'all have to let me know what you really like. But yeah, fall for me, because it's spooky season, you know? Like, I love all the leaves changing colors. I love that there's all kinds of spooky things. There's always like fun Halloween events too, and I totally get into all of that. Because again, I like witchy aesthetic. Winter! Oh, you like the cold. I think it's pretty. I like the aesthetic of it. Like, I like the idea of like being cozy and, you know, maybe enjoying a hot cocoa and, you know, being bundled up and just seeing a really beautiful winter wonderland, or being an ice queen. But I don't like the cold. Oh, and look how cold it is. Like, it's just like blowing. There's like a passageway back here. Just missing a spring boy of summer here. Spring people unite. We've almost got the 4 seasons covered. I'm trying to think what would people like about spring? I suppose like maybe because it's on the cusp of summer, but not quite as hot. Because summer can get quite hot depending where you are. This looks like some Indiana Jones like leap from the lion's head. I'm not seeing anything to jump to, but maybe it's a leap of faith. Also, there was something that was saying that we needed to throw ourselves, like know ourselves, but throw ourselves. I don't know what that was all about. And that was, I believe that was the, is that the Gunfort Bridge? I'm all discombobulated. What if we, wait, I'm just gonna see. No. No. Okay. What is? Over here? No. Maybe... Do y'all see something for me to grapple to? Am I blind? Blind like bat? Need to use echolocation? Once more, just to be sure. I hate summer, to be honest. I hate sweating from the sun and the mosquitoes. I know, and like all the bugs and the sweat. And I definitely am someone who sweats a lot. Like even if I'm just walking, like I'll just be like dripping and drenched. I'm so gross. I hate it. That's why fall works out for me. Need that cooler temp, but not too cool. Kind of Goldilocks temperature. Okay, so I don't know. I don't know what walking the plank was supposed to do there, folks. Unless you tell me otherwise, I think I'm just gonna retreat. Okay, so we have that there. Travel. Sunken Valley, Gunfort. Because we still had the place under, but I think I'm done playing catch up. From all of the people giving me tips that I've missed things. I think I finally am caught up. We have our prosthetics finally. I know I said I was gonna just go to the underground area, but I am now distracted by what's down here. Is this just like a little outcropping? Wait, what happens if we jump off? Is this like ground? Nope, that's the abyss. That's the abyss. We are about to go fight 4 kings down there. That is That is nothing. Not sure what the point of that was. It's kind of weird. Okay, let's go back to where Mr. Longneck Giraffe. And then where did this open again? So this was the bridge. So we must have just seen this. But this wasn't the bridge, because we passed a bridge that had a hole in it. Once you finish the game, if you like it, there's also an 8-chapter manga based on Hanbei the Undying, the guy that you spar with. Oh, that sounds sick. I love that. Actually, aren't there also Bloodborne lore books? Like, I'm not sure if all of the games have lore books after them, but I feel like I remember that Bloodborne does. Like, maybe something giving more explanation of Eileen the Crow. So we have that bridge, and then we have this tunnel. Hold on, I'm just gonna go and see what this is real quick. Those cobwebs are disgusting. I hate being underground. I would not be able to do cave diving or any sort of under, like, water sort of thing. Yeah, like this sort of, no. This would be no good for me. I would feel very, very claustrophobic. Okay. So that's a grapple point to get up, but where would you even... How does this place just keep going? What's that? That's my response to pretty much anything in FromSoft games. If I don't know what it is, I just attack it. I don't trust anything. Nothing is safe in a FromSoft game. Okay, so this just looped around. This is a big loop-de-loop. Okay. So that kind of explained what that little ledge down there was for. But what if we went the other way? I hated this place, to be honest, still do. Yeah, it's just gross. And I don't know what we're going to find in here, but I feel like anything we find is just going to be nasty. I don't like it. This would be fine for me. When you just get to the point of crawling and being unable to turn around, that's where I'd nope out. I don't know. I think I would nope out a long time before that. Can't go through here. That's a dead end. Yeah, this is the part, apparently, where Morgzu would be like, it's a no-go for me. Because people get stuck, y'all. Like, people legitimately get stuck. Do we have to, like, destroy something and make an avalanche? Or not an avalanche, but, like, a rock slide? Maybe that was just to show us that there's something on the other side. A little sneak peek. Little, what? But there's nothing... We have to... Nope. Nope. Oh. Really? I'm surprised it reset me all that way. Hold on. I feel like I just have, like, confused Pikachu face for this entire episode. Like, my brain is just starting to hurt. I don't know if y'all are good at puzzle games. I'm really bad at anything with a puzzle. I have never gotten to play Portal. I mean, I tried it, and my brain just couldn't do it. And there's a lot of, like, indie games like Braid or Fez that I thought would be really fun, but I'm just not a puzzle person. I just, like, my brain doesn't understand how to do that sort of thing in a game. But I really do want to play Portal at some point. Maybe with, like, people guiding me and helping me. Oh, there's a closer one. Okay. It's very dark. Kind of scary. Okay, I think that was it. Oh, yeah, before I drop down, I'm gonna right stick. We're gonna right stick and click to make sure none of this nonsense. Oh. Okay, what's being gross? What's vomiting on me? You! Who's, like, tackling the lizard? Wait, let's... Do we have antidote? I will use an item. I think this is, like, maybe the 3rd time in this game I've used an item. We're doing it, folks! Everybody stay calm, it's happening. Wait, I should shuriken. What? Whoa. What? It's you! Oh my gosh. Wait, we're gonna let him settle down. I'm super bad at puzzles. My friend and I played Portal. He laughed at me for the most simple things. Yeah, see, it's hard. I'm glad I'm the only one who finds that game hard. It's like, I want someone to explain how you're supposed to think about puzzles, you know? Like, I think if someone explained how it all works, my brain would start to understand it, but it's like, I don't have the reasoning to figure it out. What if you needed it later? Well, at least with Antidote, I think you can buy it again. I usually, ooh, we got a prayer beat. Okay, that was worth it. Worth it. There's that little peek, the sneak peek. I think I usually don't use items until I can determine if you can buy them or not. But if something can't really be bought, or it seems like there's a low stock of it, then I don't really mess with using it. I need to get over that though. Well, actually, I figured out a strategy. So I've mentioned that I'm kind of starting to work towards blood level 4, but obviously in blood level 4, you need to use items, folks. Like, you need to use items. And I actually have been asking some other streamers like how they get so much like bolt paper and fire paper, and I did not know about the dungeon with the really sus name until recently. But now I know how people get a lot of blood echoes and just buy a metric fuck ton of items. So now I feel better about that, because that was like, well, that and the DLC are like the two things that make me nervous about a blood level 4. But now that I know that you can buy them in stock, now I feel better. We allowed to ask for your zodiac sign? Oh, you can ask. I think it would be more fun if you guessed though. What do you think it is? And this, folks, okay, so after playing Dark Souls 3, I don't trust bridges in FromSoft games. I just don't. I don't trust this. No. Oh no. I knew it. Like, I knew it. Okay, how do we... Oh shoot. Oh, do I fight back? I'm just going dolphin mode. Okay, maybe don't do that. Snake. Okay, hold on. Settle down, Snake, you snake. He's so cool. Is that a carp trying to kill me too? Wait, there is too much... Can I... Oh, I can't shuriken in the water. I was trying to shuriken the fish. The rainbow fish. Okay, let's heal... Okay, maybe... Okay, whoa! We're cruising. I look like a dolphin! Why does he do that? I'm pretty sure that's not like an efficient swimming technique. I mean, I'm not a swimmer, but... Oh, the snake is so cool. Ah! Why did he be so evil? I seriously thought he was about to eat me right there. I'm looking straight up dolphin. Okay. Holy cow, y'all. Oh, I wasn't even trying to heal there. That was just me clicking buttons because I got nervous. Still me clicking buttons because I'm nervous. Oh. All right, folks. So I think this session's been going for 2 hours 15, and I was going for a little bit before that because my stream cut out for some reason. It was really weird. But at any rate, I think, well, I'll answer the zodiac. Gemini or Virgo, I could be guessing for ages. Well, technically, you'd only be guessing like 12 times. Well, you'd be guessing 11 times, because even if you got it 11 times wrong, you'd know by process of elimination. I will tell you, it is not Gemini or Virgo, but I don't think I'm going to reveal it this stream. I think in a future stream, if y'all like come back and keep guessing, but I will give you the hint that my personality actually does fit like the description. So it's not going to be a curveball. Like, the more that I talk and the more that I kind of reveal about things that I get really excited and interested in, it's not going to be a curveball. But I'm going to keep it mysterious for now. So I think this is probably a good spot to end the stream. And I just want to thank you all for coming along, for helping me out. I was struggle busting there for a while, trying to figure out where to go, what to do, how to figure out. I couldn't even figure out how to spirit people away. But at any rate, we did a lot. We took down 7 spears. We took down the giraffes. Or I don't know. I want to know why they're called giraffes. They don't look like giraffes to me, but what do I know? And I feel like we did a lot. I feel like we did a lot, folks, and I'm excited. I love this game so much. And 2 hours? Oh no, it's 3. I started because my stream ended. I started at I think 7. So it's been it was closer to 3, but unfortunately this part of the stream or the first part rather cut out. I have no idea. I'd been streaming for about an hour, everything was fine, and then for some reason my internet just went kaput. So it's been 3 hours, and I do have to start wrapping it up, but I'm really excited that you want to see more, because I also want to see more. I feel like we're getting to a good section. I'm getting nervous though, because we haven't, since Ganishiro, we haven't met another boss. So again, no spoilers because I don't know what bosses are coming, but I get nervous. Like when it's been a minute for a boss, I feel like we're due for one. So at any rate, thank you all so much for coming along, and I will see you all soon. I think my next stream should be on Wednesday. I'm going to try to shoot for around 6:30 as a starting time, and I usually keep that updated on here under my schedule, but also on Twitter. I'm Gloom Shadows over there. But at any rate, hope to see you all soon, and hope you have a lovely morning, afternoon, evening, wherever it is, wherever you are. Chat with you soon.